You listen very well. You read very well. But speaking feels impossible.
And later at home? You speak perfect English alone in your room.
That situation is very common for many learners.
Yes. And many people feel confused and frustrated.
They ask themselves, what is wrong with me?
But today, we want to say something important.
Nothing is wrong with you.
You are not alone in this problem.
And your speaking skill is not missing.
It is growing slowly, step by step.
Today we will talk about why this happens.
And we will share simple ways to improve speaking.
Everything will be simple and easy to understand.
Like two friends talking. Not like a strict lesson.
If you find this lesson helpful, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. It really helps us create more content for you. Jake, can I ask you something?
Of course. You can ask anything.
Do you remember a time when you could not speak in another language?
Yes. I remember very clearly. And it was very embarrassing.
That sounds interesting. Tell me the story.
I was traveling in Spain. And I wanted to order food.
That seems like a normal situation.
Yes. But my brain stopped working at the worst moment.
What did you want to say?
I wanted to say, I want chicken and rice.
That is a simple sentence.
But I forgot everything except one word.
Which word did you remember?
I only remembered the word chicken.
That is still useful.
So I said, chicken. Chicken. Hit. Please.
That sounds funny and stressful at the same time.
The waiter looked confused. And I felt very nervous.
What happened after that?
I pointed at the menu like a lost tourist.
That is a classic solution.
Yes. And finally, I got my food.
That story shows something important.
Yes. Understanding and speaking are very different.
Let's talk about the reasons.
Yes. Because understanding the problem is the first step.
The first reason is fear.
Fear is very powerful.
Many learners are afraid of making mistakes.
They worry about grammar errors.
They worry about pronunciation.
They worry people will judge them,
This fear stops them from speaking.
even when they know what to say.
The sentence is in their mind, but they stay silent.
The second reason is lack of practice.
Many learners study a lot.
They watch videos every day,
They read books and articles.
but they do not speak regularly.
Speaking is like a muscle.
If you do not use it, it becomes weak.
If you use it often, it becomes strong.
The third reason is overthinking.
This is a big problem.
Learners try to make perfect sentences,
They think too much before speaking.
but conversation is fast.
If you think too long, you miss the moment.
The fourth reason is passive skills.
Many learners are good at listening and reading.
But speaking is an active skill
Active means you produce language.
that requires practice and confidence.
The fifth reason is translating in the head.
Many people think in their own language first.
Then they translate into English.
This makes speaking slow and difficult.
Now let's talk about solutions.
Yes, practical solutions are very helpful.
First, start with simple sentences.
Simple does not mean bad.
Simple means clear and useful.
You can say, I am learning English.
Or, I like watching videos.
Or, I am tired today.
These sentences are enough to communicate.
Second, Practice every day.
Even 5 minutes is good,
You can speak while doing daily activities
like making coffee
or washing dishes.
or walking outside.
Daily life gives many chances to speak.
Third, use shadowing.
Shadowing means listening and repeating.
You hear a sentence and say it immediately.
This improves pronunciation and fluency.
Fourth, talk about your life.
You can describe what you are doing,
Like, I am cooking dinner.
or I am cleaning my room.
Or, I am watching a video.
Fifth, think in English,
Start with simple thoughts.
like I am hungry,
Or, I feel tired.
or the weather is nice.
Sixth, accept mistakes.
Mistakes are part of learning.
For example, yesterday I go market.
That sentence is not perfect.
But people understand the meaning.
Communication still works.
Seventh, create a speaking environment.
Speak with friends or alone.
Talking to yourself is also useful.
I do that when I lose my keys.
What do you say in that moment?
I say, "Where are my keys? Please come back."
That is funny but helpful practice.
Eighth, ask questions.
Questions keep conversation going.
Like, "Where are you from?"
Or, what do you like?
Or, "How was your day?"
Ninth, start small.
Small steps build confidence.
Read one sentence aloud.
Say one simple idea.
Ask one question,
Confidence comes after action.
not before action.
That is very important.
Let's share another small story.
Yes, I like stories.
One time, I went to a small shop.
What happened there?
I wanted to buy water,
That is very simple.
but I felt nervous
Why did you feel nervous?
because I wanted to speak clearly.
And what did you say?
I said, "Water, please."
That is simple and effective.
The shop owner understood me immediately.
That is great.
That moment gave me confidence.
Small success is very important.
Yes, it helps you continue.
I also have a funny story.
I am ready to hear it.
I tried to cook pasta last week,
That sounds normal.
but I added salt 2 times.
That is not good.
The pasta tasted like seawater.
That is very strong.
I said, "This is very salty."
That is a useful sentence.
Even mistakes can teach us English.
That is true.
Now let's recap.
Today we talked about a common problem.
Understanding English but not speaking,
We talked about fear
and lack of practice,
and overthinking.
and translating in the head.
Then we shared solutions.
Start simple.
Practice daily.
Use shadowing.
Talk about your life.
Think in English.
Accept mistakes.
Create environment.
Ask questions.
Start small.
Now we want to hear from you.
What is difficult for you in speaking?
Please write one simple sentence.
Even a small sentence is great.
Remember this message.
Communication is more important than perfection.
Every sentence is progress.
Every mistake is learning.
Be patient with yourself.
Keep practicing every day.
Keep practicing. Keep learning. And we'll see you in the next episode.